to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after NXT and AEW, every Thursday after NXT UK, and every Friday after SmackDown.
Hello, guys.
Tonight, we're going to talk about Royal Rumble 2.0.
2.0, my gravies.
How you doing, James? Royal Rumble 2.0, what'd you think?
The show tonight.
How you doing, Jono?
I was just not into tonight's show. Okay? Just wasn't. Really didn't like it. Felt, like you said, it was essentially Royal Rumble 2.0. A lot of the same stuff that happened.
Hello, Mrs. Gleen. It's actually this might have been SmackDown 3.0 because we had like these matches before Royal Rumble, and then we had them at Royal Rumble, and now we have them at SmackDown again.
You know, you're not wrong. So,
I thought
you might be onto something there.
This was, I thought, was one of the worst SmackDowns yet.
One of the worst we've had in a while.
Yes.
Because honestly, it was just, I personally did not like it.
It's a repeat
There was one segment that I thoroughly liked, thoroughly enjoyed, but everything else is just kind of like, meh. Because I like where they're going with this one segment, but
yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was probably two things I liked, and then the rest of it was like, okay.
Okay.
You didn't create a storyline.
Hey, Colin.
It was garbage.
Agreed.
I'm right there with you, Colin. I'm right there with you.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it because I feel it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
I would give it a 3. So yes, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. I thought it was bad, but it's not it's definitely not the worst SmackDown I've ever seen in my life, but it's pretty close.
And the reason I give it a 3 is just because 2 of the segments outside of that, it was just a repeat of what we've seen the last couple weeks.
Agreed. So we started the show off with Roman and the Usos, and I thought we were opening the show with
Yes, James, we were going to talk about that.
I thought they were opening the show for a minute. I thought they were opening the show with the stupid 6-man tag again, and I was like, great. It's going to take an hour.
Well, I was thinking,
stupid.
Great, they're going to get this and get it out of the way, and it's going to be done.
I couldn't put myself through the main event. Yeah, he left me in the dust. He left me he was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, whatever. I mean, you're not going to miss anything, so it's fine. But, you know, so, yeah, it wasn't good.
No.
So, Roman comes out and he says, the Rumble came and went. And I still whooped Corbin's ass again. Oh! But, I also, and the Usos are like, bro, you lost the Rumble. Yeah, we get it. You don't like to lose, but you lost the Rumble. You just got to admit that. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Hello, Clark. How's it going?
I did lose. But tonight, we're here to once again beat Corbin and his bitches up. Yes, let's do it. Corbin, Roode, and Ziggler come out.
Undertaker doesn't care about his legacy anymore. No doubt about it.
Corbin, Roode, and Ziggler come out.
But he could have a bigger legacy if he'd just go to SmackDown. He would help it out.
Corbin says, I would have won everything if it wasn't for the Usos. So tonight, you will pay. You will pay. You will pay. Corbin then shows a video of Roman getting doused in dog food. He said something before this, you know, you guys could have been here helping your brother, but you two were sitting at home with something. It was a dig at their, you know, being arrested and stuff. And so he said that first, and then he showed the video of the dog food. And Roman's like, bro, you're all hung up on this dog food thing. Like, what is that, man? So, why don't we, tonight, have ourselves a loser eats dog food match?
I'm still waiting for him to eat it.
I'm just like, what?
Didn't he lose?
Yes.
I'm still waiting for him to eat. He didn't eat the dog food.
Why? Why?
It was just poured on him, and it was chili.
What?
It wasn't even dog food.
It wasn't even dog food. Like, I don't get this. So Corbin agrees, but Ziggler and Roode are like standing beside him. They're like, no, don't agree. No. What do you do? And then he agreed, and they were like,
yeah, I love Ziggler, and That was probably the best part of this segment was Ziggler and Rude's reaction of, no, let's don't do this.
Let's not do this. Let's not. No. Don't agree. And then he finally agreed. And they're like,
great.
Why are we friends with you?
Yes.
Like.
The Authority were just a PG version of the corporation.
Yes. So that was that. And then we get Heavy Machinery versus Morrison and Miz versus Revival versus Lucha House Party. The winner gets a shot at the tag belts. I believe it's Super Showdown is what they said. I think that's what the graphic showed. I could be wrong, but regardless, they're the number 1 contenders.
Okay. You knew Lucha House Party wasn't going to win.
No. With the
Revival has asked for the release, and they're probably going to be gone.
Well, or maybe not, because they might just try and have them wait out their contract as long as they possibly can.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure that they're leaving.
I agree.
I'm
sure they're leaving.
Pull Luke Harper, and they're gone. So the Revival is leaving. Because of the storyline they have going on with Mandy and Otis.
They weren't winning.
I
knew when going into this, they told us yesterday, I was like, Morrison and Miz are winning. This is setting up New Day versus Morrison and Miz for Super Showdown or whatever the garbage pay-per-view we're doing next. Then Morrison and Miz will not win, or they will win, and then this is slowly going to lead to them breaking apart and having Miz versus Morrison at WrestleMania.
I think so too.
That's what's going to happen.
I think that's where we're headed, is Miz versus Morrison.
At WrestleMania.
But why are you putting them in this match? I mean, I think that right now that they are probably bigger than that. Mm-hmm. And they shouldn't even be
This sucks for John Morrison.
Yeah.
He returned to WWE to get put in the crappy tag division.
Why?
And, like, I suppose maybe they're thinking, Miz and Morrison, it'll amp the tag team division up, and maybe people will be more interested in watching it. But, like, no, because all the rest of the tag teams suck.
Well,
New Day versus Miz and Morrison, cool, but all I want is to just get to the final product, which is going to be Morrison versus Miz.
I suppose if they're going to do this and put them in, if they're going to split them up, then I suppose putting them as tag team initially
makes sense. Yeah, but it's just the whole build-up of everything, it sucks, you know, so.
Well, I'm cool with the build-up if they go that way with it. I just don't like the way they're doing this.
So, Morrison and Miz won, per what everybody thought. Cool, whatever. They get a shot at New Day, which, how do you see that going down? Do they beat them, or do they lose, and then that's what ultimately leads to their breakup? I think they might.
Oh, crap.
Did you not put a title on?
I forgot to change that title. Thank you, Mrs. Gleen.
Whoops.
I was going to change that title, and then I forgot to.
I would say probably they win the tag titles, and then they lose them at is Elimination Chamber after Super Showdown?
Yes.
So they win the tag titles there. They lose the tag titles at Super Showdown. This then leads to the build-up between, how did I say that? They win the tag titles at Super Showdown. They lose them at Elimination Chamber. They then go on to begin their feud. They slowly break apart, and then their big blow-up, they fight each other at Mania.
Yeah. I can see that. Hello, everyone. I like the Super Show. They should have more shows like that. God, no. Like, if they'd be new matches, I'd say okay, but we've seen these matches like the last 3 weeks. We saw it at Smackdown last week. We saw it at hey, thanks, Colin. We saw it at Smackdown, we saw it at the Royal Rumble, and then we saw it again tonight. So, like, the last 3 shows they've had has basically been the same matches. I didn't watch Smackdown, but I saw pics, and it looked like they dumped poop on Corbin. They did. They just pooped on it.
You guys didn't like the less talking? See, the issue with it wasn't the fact that there was less talking. I mean, cool, whatever. But the issue I have with it is all the matches that we saw tonight, we've already seen before. Like, within the last week.
Yes.
So, that's where I have a problem with it.
That was my issue.
It's just the fact that we've seen all the matches that they showed us tonight, and essentially we got the same outcomes in all of them.
Yeah.
So, that's where I have a problem with it.
Yes.
Personally. That's just me. Less talking is cool. But if you got the same matches, it sucks.
I just want to know why the fans chanting that to their role model, Bayley. Well,
because Bayley's a heel,
Bayley has turned on them.
We didn't see Nakamura versus Braun, at least I didn't. No, that was a new matchup, but for me, it was just kind of like Nakamura versus Braun, like, hey, cool, whatever. But I'll share more thoughts as I get to it. So we then...
But it's not a new match. They just had that, like, 2 weeks ago?
In some capacity, yes. I mean, yeah. Braun and Elias versus Nakamura and Cesaro or whatever, but not a singles match. So, I mean, I suppose, observing stuff, you are right. We have not seen Nakamura versus Braun in a singles match, at least I don't think. But they've been in, like, the same, like, having matches with each other for the last couple weeks now that it's just kind of like, well, we saw that coming, you know? So, I'll share more thoughts as I get to it, though. So, we then have Mandy, Otis, Sonya, and Tucker.
Well, we knew it. I had a feeling the title was going to change.
Otis says to Mandy, Mandy, I like you. And will you go out with me next Friday? And Mandy goes, Otis, I have plans next Friday. And everybody goes, oh. And then she goes, but as following Friday, I am available. So how about then? And he's like, yes. And the crowd's like, whoa, yes. So
I like this segment.
It'll be the Valentine's Day episode.
This was one of the segments I liked.
I did like this segment. Not as much as I like the other women's segment, but I did like this segment.
Shinsuke has to win it back by cheating. I don't know who on earth can take that title from Braun fairly. I think whoever takes it's going to have to cheat.
Maybe.
100% agree.
Anyway,
I'm out. Talk to you all Monday.
Monday.
All right, Colin. Peace out.
So,
good night.
Mandy and Otis are going to go
You didn't want to stay up with us? I realize it's, 3 in the morning there? 3:30 in the morning there?
Yes.
You can stay up. No big deal.
So, Mandy and Otis are going out, not next Friday, but the Friday after that.
Yes.
Neat. Someone on Twitter was like, shouldn't Mandy go, Otis, don't you know we work on Fridays?
Yeah. Otis, we can't go out on a date.
we work on Fridays.
Smackdown, you dork.
Like, that would have been...
Saturday?
That's what somebody on Twitter said, and I was like, that is so true. That would have been so funny if that's what she said. So that was that segment. I thought it was cool, but Sonya just looks annoyed, honestly, at this point. She's like, okay, cool. We have a match to go get to, so... Well,
then I like how Tucker was sitting there going, hey, you realize it's Valentine's Day.
So, like,
I'm more interested in the Mandy Otis thing than whatever is in Rowan's cage.
Agreed.
Yes, I am too.
So, I thought this was funny. It'll be funny to see how they play it out on the Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with it.
It'll definitely be interesting. So, I'm excited to see that. So, then we get a recap of Bray versus Bryan, and in this recap, they show a video from after the Rumble, essentially with Bryan saying, I called Brie after, like I always do, and Birdie was there. That's, his daughter. I think everybody knows that. But she was there, and she always asks, oh, Dad, I want to see what are your boo-boos. And he was, like, getting ready to show, and Brie was like, stop. Bird, that's too much. It's too much. And then she's like, Bryan, it's too much. And he was like, he got off the phone, and he was like, he started thinking to himself, is this all too much?
Yes.
Is it all too much? He's changing.
Yeah, I think so.
He's coming out next week, and he's going to be a completely different person and be like, I'm done with the Fiend. I can't fight the Fiend anymore. It's beginning to hurt my family, and he's going to say some garbage, and it's going to be...
Well, here's a thought. Will we have the Fiend show up at his house?
Possibly. I could maybe see that happening. With the fact that they're mentioning Brie and Birdie both in the storyline now,
if they do it, I think it'd be cool because then it ties off what they did with The Miz.
They did it with Miz,
yeah.
And so if they're gonna do it with Bryan, I think messing with Bryan would,
I think it'd be cool.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
And cool.
I missed.
Like not even just have the dolls and stuff, the puppets show up, but like have Bray show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I'm curious to see where they're going with
It's
it.
basically a recap, and then they talked to
Brian. It
Brian.
was a thing from after his match that I didn't see. But it was like an interview thing where he essentially was like, well, Bree and Birdie are both like, this is too much. And then I started thinking to myself, is this too much? Is this too much? And so, that was that. We then have Bliss and Cross versus Mandy and Sonya. Woo boy! Bliss and Cross won. Mandy and Sonya, we need to get this rolling.
Well, again, here's another segment that I thought was totally
thought process.
I went to get hibachi during Smackdown, and now watching the Lakers' first game since the tragedy Sunday. This tribute has me in tears. It's okay, Scott.
I'm surprised there are people who are still watching this show. By the way, sup.
Hey, we watch to tell you about it. That's why we watch it. And if it's bad, we're gonna tell you it's bad.
What if?
And tonight, I gave it a 3.
What if? This is probably totally unlikely and isn't gonna happen.
By the way, hi Scott, and I export.
But what if? On the Valentine's Day episode, Sonya is so annoyed, and she's like, Mandy, what are you doing?
3 out of 10.
What are you doing?
Maybe 3 out of 20.
What are you doing? She's gonna be like, I thought this was supposed to be the year of fire and desire, and she's the reason the date gets ruined. Sonya.
She might be. That'd be interesting.
Because Sonya's like, Mandy, dude, bro.
If they do that, I'd be.
What are you doing? Like, I thought it was just supposed to be like us this year, but now you're like, no, it's Mandy and Otis and Sonya. What's your problem?
Yeah,
and then it ultimately leads to the explosion of fire and desire. Please and thank you.
Yeah, if they did that, I wouldn't have a problem. They should have went all out and threw a cage or ladder match in there. I remember they used to do cool things like that. Yeah, they could have done something. But, like, with people that haven't wrestled, like, the last 3 weeks. Like, different matches. Start creating storylines.
You're not wrong. So, we then, Bliss and Cross won. I don't know if I already said that, but they won.
It's almost like they can't come up with anything. That's
whoever's in charge of Smackdown, I think it's Bruce Pritchard now. He needs to go. Someone needs to fire his butt. Like, for reals though, it's not good. This is like the 3rd or 4th week in a row that we have seen this stupid Roman Corbin garbage. Like, somebody fire Bruce Pritchard. Please.
Yeah,
please.
For real.
He's not good. Okay? I don't good. He got good.
It was just
Let me find this tweet. Somebody on
just
Twitter.
For announcement for another 6-man tag with Corbin and Roman, the main event is enough reason for me not to watch, in my opinion. I knew a lot of guys wouldn't like that. Or a lot of people wouldn't like it. Yeah, you guys aren't wrong. I also saw an article that said WWE stocks were dropping. Well, and then they lost. They fired They fired their presidents.
So
their co-presidents got fired.
This tweet is legit. What's gonna happen? I kid you not. Fans.
How you doing, Elijah?
Hope this is the end of this feud. Finally, loser has a dog food bath for next week. I swear, the week after that, loser becomes a dog. Week after that, you ever heard of a dog and dog food on a pole match? Legit gonna stretch this out so much, and I don't know.
Sasha Banks is hurt, I think.
Yeah, she's injured.
Like, legitimately hurt.
Yeah.
As far as the tag match,
this feud needs to be over now.
The thing is
yes, it does. Yes.
The tag match wasn't even good. Mrs. Lee with the dog.
The women's tag match?
No, the
6-man tag match?
The 4-way tag.
The 4-way tag match?
That 4-way tag match wasn't even good, because we already knew who was gonna win.
True.
What'd I say, maybe? No women's division on SmackDown.
The women's division on SmackDown isn't the problem here, okay? I like what they're doing with the women, with Bayley and Naomi. I'm thoroughly enjoying that, okay? But my gravies.
The problem with
Roman and Corbin needs to end.
James, the problem with Dana not getting one is Dana hasn't gotten over.
Dana has no personality. Dana
she
has the personality of a stick.
She has to
What's the personality of a stick?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's made of wood. You can throw it to your dog. Oh, look how this all leads back to dogs.
She has to figure out how to get over with
Wow, Mrs.
What's
G.
the fan?
She got around
Naomi
that.
is badass.
She got around
From
that.
Mrs. Gleen.
Like, Dana can stay in catering, in my opinion. Honestly, though, Dana is not interesting. Dana is not good in.
Well, I think that's the
like,
issue with her.
she's just not good. I just don't like her, okay? She has the personality of a stick. Stick!
I was thinking the same thing observing stuff. I thought that the way it looked, I thought he got her.
I have my ways around the box.
I thought it looked like Cesaro got actually. I think he legitimately got her, just based off of the way he landed. Mm-hmm. When he landed, I was like, "Ew, that didn't look good."
Yeah, sometimes that's happened to me once or twice.
And so I'm not sure he wasn't legitimately hurt.
Now on top of that, I had other leg injuries or issues. But you know, sometimes when you land on your leg just right, it's like it sends like a whoa up your leg, and you're just like, I can't walk on that. Yeah. I'm just saying.
What I will do with Dana Brooks is go to the WWE drawing board and learn how to wrestle and get a new character.
Go to the WWE drawing board. Let's go to the drawing board, guys.
Well, a new character. The wrestling part, I think she needs work on. I don't
this
think she
whole
did right.
let's flex, guys. Let's flex. I can go out there and do that and be better at it than she can. Okay, I have more personality in my pinky finger than she has in her whole body. I think
that if she had a different character, that would help her out. Again, I don't think she's a great wrestler, so she would need work there. But again, it's one of those things, you're not put out in front of the people all the time. And so, if you're not put out there all the time, you need the work, and you just need to be put out there.
It's not even about her not being put out there enough. Like, she's on main event and stuff, too. She's just, not good. She needs to fix that. She's got to improve, man. I'm not saying she's, the worst in the ring, because she's not. She's not at, Lacey level when she came in, okay? She's not there. She's just not entertaining, not appealing to me at all. And it probably has to do with her character. But, again, like I said, I don't think she's that great in, the ring either. I feel like her swanton thing, off the top rope, the splat.
Well, I thought that was
she misses it 90% of the time, and so I'm like, dude, I just can't take you seriously.
Isn't that the whole idea behind the Performance Center, is to help them get better?
Yes. So, after Bliss Cross and Mandy and Sonya, we got Braun versus Nakamura for the IC title. I kid you not, I missed this entire match.
Zayn is awesome.
I missed this this match started. I walked out of the room, and I came back, and it was, over. Yeah. And I wasn't even gone for that long. Maybe 5 minutes tops.
Yes.
And it was over.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? That was it? What'd you do? Have Nakamura get knocked out? Really?
Cesaro looks like a terrorist from Russia.
Seriously?
They should just fire Bruce Pritchard. It's all his fault. It's somebody's fault, because they're just not good at what they're doing.
Side question. Was Cain Velasquez in the Rumble?
I can't remember if he was.
No, he was not in the Rumble. He said he was going to be in the Rumble, but then they probably were like, nah, we're going to take you out so we can put Edge in.
So they put the title on Braun? Please no. Yes, the title is on Braun,
okay,
which I'm okay with if they use him right.
Except, I'm afraid they're not going to use
skin
him
cancer? I did
right.
not.
Yeah. That was on Twitter today. I did see that.
I haven't seen that.
Yes, I did. It's not bad. I think it's just first level.
Get it cut off and then it's good.
Yeah, I think. But I could be wrong. Whatever. Braun. Okay. What I'm afraid of is that they're not gonna do something different with Braun. That I just
The thing about Braun, I would not expect it to be worse. Here's why. Is because they put Braun out there all the time. Nakamura, they didn't put out there all the time. So
they put him out there
expect,
as a joke.
Okay, he is out there as a joke. But if we're talking about this title being dead, I think it's that you will see the title more than what you had been seeing it, because they didn't put Nakamura out there all the time.
No, but they should be putting Nakamura out there more. That's the problem here. Nakamura is leaps and bounds better than Braun Strowman. And so, this whole situation, I don't like this. I don't like this because I like
okay.
Nakamura, and Nakamura is so much better. So much better than losing his stupid title to Braun Strowman.
I would just send Nakamura back down to NXT. Or
I would just send Nakamura anywhere but the main roster.
Well, okay,
okay?
So NXT.
Like, it's...
If I was him, that's where I'd want to go.
Honestly, I would even go and throw him over on Raw, and I think he'd do better than he is on SmackDown. I'm being dead serious with you people.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah! Have you seen the Kabuki Warriors recently?
Okay, but I would put him on
What
Raw.
is that? What is that? They've been out there, haven't they? Cutting promos that nobody understands, but they're just so good. He is going to do better anywhere but SmackDown. SmackDown is just a bad place for him. Bad place. I'm sorry, it just is. It just needed to be said. We could have Sammy versus Nakamura at Mania. That would be lovely, but oh well.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know what they're doing.
If they did that.
I like Sammy paired with Nakamura.
No, because
I like that a lot.
He is a tool, but I
think having the thing
is his character is cool. W is about to be a buy. Yes, definitely.
like, I don't know. This just makes me so disappointed because Nakamura is just so very good, and they just don't know how to use him. Refuse to use him the way he should be used. I don't know how to explain this, but they just suck. And this sucked. So whatever, Bronze IC champion, whoop-de-doop-de, who cares? We then get Nakamura and Sammy after the match. Sammy is backstage. He says, "This is a crisis of injustice." You got that right. Elias interrupts him. Elias says, "I was scheduled to perform, and I just thought I'd move the show along here." So Sammy says, "Shut up. No one gives a damn about your stupid jingles, so just shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up." Elias interrupts him again. Sammy is losing it, legit losing it backstage. He's like bouncing off the walls like, "Stop. Just stop." He tells Cesaro to go take care of the situation. Elias, we go back to Elias, and he is like, and then gets cut off by Cesaro. Cesaro comes out, and he gets, beat up by Elias. So that was lovely. Also, can we just talk about Cesaro for a minute? Because, dude, do we remember this time, not so long ago, when he went to NXT UK and had one heck of a match with Ilya Dragunov? Anybody remember that? Anybody at all? Can we just send him back there? Please? He's gonna do so much better over there than he is on SmackDown. Honestly, now, I feel like Raw's been pretty good recently, but SmackDown really hasn't. So, I feel like SmackDown is now the place where superstars go to die.
Well, right now SmackDown's the worst.
So, which is, that's like the irony of the situation. They were like, yeah, it's gonna be so much better having SmackDown on Fox, and now it's like, cheese, man. Garbage. Let me just grab my lighter and throw it at SmackDown. For real though.
Raw's trying to shit. Yeah, definitely. I think that right now, and I don't understand why, because I thought SmackDown,
whoever they have in charge of SmackDown is not doing it justice. That's the problem here. Now, whether that be Bruce Pritchard or whatever, Raw has Heyman. At least Heyman is doing things better than SmackDown. And that's all I can say. Honestly, what were we saying when SmackDown first went to Fox? It's going to automatically be the A show. It's going to be turned into the A show. The A show, A show, A show. And now, we're sitting here only a couple months later, and we're going, wow, that didn't last long. Raw is back to being the A show. Sweet. It's ridiculous.
The problem is right now with SmackDown, there's segments that are good. And then you have the rest of the show not so good.
Will you consider dog food at sports-like feel? Honestly, though! I legit asked you this question the other day. I was like, wasn't Fox supposed to be making it more sports-oriented? I thought that's what they were supposed to do. Yet we're getting loser eats dog food matches. Except, haha, we tricked you. Nobody's actually eating any dog food. Ha 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 ha. False advertising.
Well, I thought, again, I don't know how much SmackDown has a say on or how much Fox has a say on what's going to be happening on SmackDown.
Guys, I am on fire tonight.
But
I am on fire now. SmackDown was on fire, and then it was just like, and now I'm on fire. So, just. Anyways, where are we in the show? I really want to know Cesaro's workout routine. I would love to be super strong without being bulky. LOL. So Braun won the IC title. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yes. Yes. Said no, whatever. The Nakamura thing, that Cesaro thing, cool. Thought it was good. Wish Cesaro would go to NXT UK, whatever. But then we got another repeat match from the Royal Rumble. You'll never guess what it is. You'll never guess. Shorty G versus Sheamus. I almost said Cesaro. That's what I almost said. Because I was like putting Sheamus and Cesaro together because I was just talking about Sheamus.
Yes.
It was another squash match. Sheamus won. Again. The purpose of this was what?
It was another Raw match. Or another Royal Rumble.
It was another Raw match. This match wasn't even on Raw, and it was another Raw match, guys. No, I don't get it. Stuttering is Maven's character. Goldust was first. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, why have this a second time? With the literal same outcome, there is no difference. You better not have a third match because there is no purpose to it. So don't do it. Or somebody here, Shorty M, is going to be a little bit angry. Okay? So don't do it again. Bayley. This segment I thought was the best segment on the entire show.
This segment and then the Otis segment I liked.
Personally, like I said, best segment on the show was this.
And I think the reason this was good was because of Naomi.
Bayley comes out, she says, "Damn, I'm good." She says, "There's just something about me. Something that can't be taught, can't be produced, and can't be touched." I made good.
Sheamus doesn't like short people, I see. He only attacked Chad Gable because he was short. And now that's the only person he's wrestled. He's wrestled him 5 times or 4 times or however many times.
Also, why is Chad Gable being buried?
Who knows?
I don't know. I think somebody backstage really doesn't like him.
Gleen is that dad who will play video games with you, but serious all the time. That's right. I'm serious
You are
all the
never
time.
serious.
All the time I'm serious.
No, you're really not.
I am the most serious person around.
See, he's being sarcastic right now. He's not even being serious when he's trying to be serious.
Just telling you, I'm dead serious.
Where's Ali? He's in the light somewhere. Or he's trying to find the light. One of the two.
That's a good question.
He's in the light or he's trying to find the light. I don't know which.
He is... Who knows?
I don't know, man.
I was trying to figure out if he was asking where Ali was or where Ale was.
Here,
he might be injured.
He's injured, I hear. They're making Chad Gable as a glorified jobber.
Only to Sheamus. Is Drake Maverick dead? Yes. They've officially buried him. He had good segments, and then they just dump him. I don't get it. Yeah, it's like...
I don't get it. I really don't get it. No, I don't get it at all.
I don't understand why they did what...
Truth and Maverick were like a match made in heaven, man. They were such a good pairing. They did so well together. They just bounced off each other perfectly, and it all was so funny.
The segment that they have the Street Profits doing, the Saturday Night Live thing.
That'd be better for Maverick.
If they had Maverick and Truth doing that, not that the Street Profits are bad at it, but if you're trying to make the Street Profits...
They were different kind of funny than Maverick and Truth. Maverick and Truth can make it funny. Like, the Street Profits are kind of like, I don't even know how to explain them. They're funny, but they're not Truth and Maverick.
If you're trying to make the Street Profits a legitimate tag team,
then don't put them in stupid comedy segments.
Then you
have they even wrestled a single like actual tag team match on Raw? They've been in 6-man tag matches, a whole bunch, but have they wrestled in a single tag team match?
Truth and Maverick should have both pinned someone for the 24/7 championship, so they have to work together. Yeah, I mean that's why I don't get why they haven't put them out there.
24/7 champions.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That'd be cool. So.
Hello, Jono. All
Bayley.
And Mandy Rose and Otis. Those were the best parts of the show, I think.
Truth and Maverick shining the championship would have been fun. It really would have, though.
I think it would have been hilarious.
It would have been so funny.
Yeah.
So, Bayley, she comes out. She says, damn, I'm good. There's just something about me. Something that can't be taught, can't be produced, and can't be touched. I made good on all my promises. I crushed Lacey's dreams. And I got payback on her for making my best friend miss the Royal Rumble. Now Summer has to look at her mom and realize that she's a failure. Yeah, I said it. She's a failure. So now that we're done with that, we all know Charlotte's gonna pick me, choose me, because I am the best champion right now.
So this tells you there that Charlotte's not taking.
Go on, come out here, come and tell me, challenge me, go right ahead, I'm ready. Naomi's music hits. She had the coolest freaking entrance in all of the land. She had this like head thing on, and it was like, so cool.
I loved Corey Graves. She has some type of fishbowl on her head.
Honestly, okay, so at first I was thinking, wait a minute.
How did
is this actually
that to their role model?
I thought for a minute, because she came out with the fishbowl thing on her head, I was like, is she
a neon fishbowl, yes.
Is she really Naomi, or is she secretly Sasha Banks? That's what I thought at first, was is it really Naomi? Or is it Sasha Banks going to stab Bayley in the back?
No, it's pretty obvious. You can tell the difference between the two.
Except, I mean, you can, but I was kind of like, are they going to trick us? Are they going to try and trick us?
No.
But then it was Naomi, and I was like, it's cool.
Plot twist, Ric Flair comes out. Well, this way, he could win the women's title.
I'm here to challenge you. Whoa!
He could win the women's title, and Charlotte's gonna win a men's title. Because Charlotte's going after. Everybody's talking about her going after NXT title. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, I don't think it makes sense.
Going after,
I would love to see her go after the U.S. title, but honestly, I'm gonna stick on the side of her going after the NXT title because I want to be right. I want to be on the right side of history, as Seth Rollins has once said. The right side of history, not the wrong side. So I'm gonna sit here and say that she is challenging Rhea because honestly, the more and more I hear about it, I think that's what's happening. It's gonna be confusing. Okay, confusing. Not confusing, confusing. But, I mean, whatever. It's going to be a good match. It's just the outcome's going to be really screwy, and it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. And so this is why I'm kind of like, why have her do that when you could have her go after, like, the U.S. title or the U.S. title? Because putting her against Braun Strowman makes no sense. So, you know.
It makes sense. What if Hulk Hogan wins the WWE Championship? Not women's, but the WWE Championship. If he could get around the ring, I'd be okay with it. Just as a farewell thing to him.
I liked your intro, but then again, I have the attention span of a 3-year-old, so flashing lights keep me watching. That's funny. So Naomi comes out and she says, "Now that I'm back, I couldn't help but overhear the trash talk. You were out here saying that you have beaten everyone, but you've never beaten me. The next chance I get, I'm going to pause, because Bayley hits Naomi upside the head. Naomi then takes her out. I'm so here for this feud. It's going to be so good. It's already so good. Like, just what they did with it tonight, I loved. So, honestly, just going on and on, like, their match and stuff is going to be so good. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I really am.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
So, you know. gonna be good. I'm excited. So is this gonna happen in Elimination Chamber then?
I would assume so.
Or what? Because Super Showdown's first, and then
I would assume it's gonna happen in Elimination Chamber.
Then Elimination Chamber, then the other pay-per-view. WrestleMania's next, right?
Yeah.
This match will probably happen in Elimination Chamber, I'm guessing. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say too. But you never know. Because then they gotta build Bayley up with whoever for Mania?
Yeah.
So, you know. Bayley got booed though. I think the Bayley heel turn, as much as I really disliked it to begin with, okay, I think it's kind of working.
You know what?
The fact that they did the whole
tonight was her
thing,
best. Tonight was her best. Heel promo.
I agree with the way she started it with the whole like, damn, I'm good, I did this and that and blah 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 blah, and nobody can touch me. You know, like this can't be produced. I am me.
Yeah.
And this is I'm here. And you know, like I like the way they started it. The whole situation. It just like she sounded like a bad guy from beginning to end. There was no I don't know about that. You know, it was all bad guy. And I liked it. Yeah. And she got booed and she you know, it was so good. And like I said, at first I was just kind of like I don't know how I feel about this. But now I thoroughly believe in the heel Bayley.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
I like it.
It is so much better than, you know, like anything they've done.
How's it fair for Naomi how's it fair for Naomi after she just returned to get a title match? You got Sonya and Dana, for God's sake.
Well,
I think a lot of it has to do with the fans, because they know that they'll get the fans over.
I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that they're focusing on the whole Sonya Mandy thing, and so I think they're gonna have their split up, and then maybe Sonya gets a singles title shot after that. But they gotta build Sonya's character up.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, because honestly, if you look at Sonya has got. I love Sonya, and I think she's so good in the ring, and I think she has so much to offer. But they just, she has no character.
No.
Aside from being Mandy's sidekick.
No.
There is nothing. So I don't know. I think they really are going to have to focus on building her up after they do the split between the two of them, because as far as I'm concerned, the way it's always been is Mandy and then Sonya. And so Sonya's never had a chance to be built up and be her own character.
No.
She's always been behind Mandy. Can everybody agree with me on that? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I think she's always been behind Mandy. Mandy's always overshadowed Sonya. That's the way I've always seen it.
Yeah.
And so they really are going to have to focus on building Sonya up before she gets anywhere near a title shot. Which sucks.
I agree.
But, you know.
Well, I think that's the issue with both Sonya and Dana is just you have to get them over with the crowd, and I don't think they're over with the crowd.
I think Sonya is over with the crowd. It's just she just doesn't.
I don't think she's over with the crowd because I just don't think her personality, her whole gimmick is not.
What helped her?
Over with the crowd.
What helped her get over with the crowd a little bit was the fact that she was on Total Divas and people got to see inside of her life, and so people liked her from that. But that needs to transfer over into her whole character on TV, like because it's just. She's got nothing. It's just she's always been Mandy's sidekick. That's the way she's always been, and she's so much more than that. But that's what they've always played her out to be is Mandy's sidekick.
I agree, but I think that you have to get her over with the crowd somehow.
I agree. I think
whether
they still
positive or negative.
They still have to get her over with the crowd regardless. I think she's a little bit over with the crowd, just like I said, because of the fact that she was on Total Divas
to get her
this
into
last
a
season.
title shot
Yeah, she has
some
to be
sort of matches where she's in more important playing in a more important role. She has to get over with the crowd somehow.
So we have that. Then We have Daniel Bryan will be live next week, so that should be fun. And the Funhouse returns next week. Both.
Yes.
What are we going to see play out there? What do you think? I don't watch Total Divas. Well, I did. And I just from watching Total Divas, Sonya, I liked Sonya better.
I'm surprised James doesn't watch Total Divas.
From that. So,
Oh, wait. Sonya wears jeans now.
So, I like Sonya from that, and I think her personality's cool. I just think they need to transfer it over to TV.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes me mad watching it because I'm like, wow, she's so,
Well,
I love her, but, they don't use her.
She has to transfer her character over to that. It can't be,
But let her have some personality.
She's so bland when she's doing her thing.
Exactly, which is what I'm saying, is they need to get some of her personality and, bring it to her character. Let her show her personality. It just...
But sometimes that's just the person that's not able to get their thing out there when it's...
Well, I don't think it's really Sonya. I think it's more so if all she's ever been seen as is Mandy Psych.
Well, it might be, but I'm just saying that, Chad Gable should go to 205 Live for now and send Umberto there.
Except if you send him there, they're never going to be seen or heard from again.
Yeah.
So.
You will never hear from them.
So, Daniel Bryan in the Funhouse. What do you see playing out next week?
I don't know. I would like to see something where, like I said, they're at Daniel Bryan's house. And
I don't know if the Daniel Bryan thing is over. For now, I'm going to sit here and say I think Daniel Bryan and Fiend is done. But we still have Daniel Bryan coming out next week, and he might be like, yeah, I need to be done for my family. And then that's when the Firefly Funhouse shows up, and it's like, no.
Well, the thing about it is they took Miz out of the storyline pretty quick.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know who Bray's going after next. I don't know who's going to be with Bray next. I don't know what Bray's going to do next. But, hey, he's got to do something.
Yeah.
Better not be Roman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they go anywhere near Roman, Smackdown is the worst brand. Because we all know where that's headed.
I agree.
And it's not going to be good.
No.
So, whatever.
Nope.
We then get Roman and Usos versus Corbin, Rude, and Ziggler in the main event. Rude and Ziggler,
dog food match.
Yeah, Rude and Ziggler get taken out halfway through this. The Usos get taken out, but then they come back, and it's kind of like, okay, cool, whatever. Roman and Usos won. I feel like there was no other way to do it than have them win.
No.
And then Corbin eats dog food, except he doesn't eat dog food because...
AEW is the best brand. I disagree.
Whatever. Bray should attack Lesnar. Why would the Fiend care about a brand? I don't know, but I don't really want to see that happen because, honestly, I like the whole Lesnar-Drew thing, and so I want them to just let that play out. Forget the Fiend. Don't have him included in that now.
I would like the Fiend attack both of them.
Who?
McIntyre and Lesnar.
Maybe. I also think Aleister Black may start a fight with the Fiend.
That'd be cool.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm really curious to see where they go with this next because Bryan was kind of out of left field when they brought Bryan into the whole thing to start with. He just got attacked out of nowhere. Who else has... Wait. But who else has Bray had matches with, or who else has Bray, messed with in the past that he's going to go after next? Kane. Kane, I think they're setting up a thing with Kane for Super Showdown, so yeah. I think they're going to have to do something with that,
They'll
right?
do something with Kane for that.
So who's after that? Looking at Bray Wyatt past matches.
Aleister Black versus Taker. That'd be okay. Sheamus? Yeah, maybe. I really like the ending. Couldn't have a no nicer guy. Yeah, him having dog food on him was, what looked like chili on him was cool. I hated the match, though. Just because we've seen it 900 times in the last, several weeks.
Okay. Bryan. John Cena.
People have been wanting a Black versus Fiend match for a while. It will probably happen. People wanted Black to win the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be cool if they had that match. The only thing is it's going to be weird because, the Fiend...
Gosh, all the people that he's had feuds with in the last several
years
are all on Raw. Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose isn't even in the company anymore.
It would almost be weird if Black went looking for the Fiend, because this would be the second person that's went looking for the Fiend, because Daniel Bryan kind of went looking for him.
Except not really, because Bryan got attacked by the Fiend in the first place.
He got attacked by him, but then he like went after him. It was like, okay,
exactly.
now, hey, we're gonna fight. Let's fight.
But also Miz went after him too. He went on a Fiend hunt.
And then the Miz decided, okay.
Seth went on a Fiend hunt too.
But they all, again, it's after, I don't know.
But Bryan did it after too, because Bryan didn't like seek out the Fiend to begin with. He just like got attacked in the backstage. Like Sami Zayn was trying to go after Bryan. And he was like, yeah, join us. Join us. Join us. And then, like, the Fiend showed up out of nowhere, and Sami was like, peace. And then Bryan got attacked, and Bryan was like, why? What? Like, huh?
I give Smackdown a 4.5. You gave it a little higher than I did, James. I gave it a 3.
Who else?
The big dog at Mania.
Dang, this is what sucks about this. If they want to go back on things and do more stuff, like...
My phone died. I didn't see the initial response, but it would make sense for Aleister to attack Fiend. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
This literally, like, sucks, because all the good feuds that they could do with Fiend that would, like, make sense of, like, oh, you're from my past, and this happened. Like, they're all on Raw, or they're no longer in the company. Like...
we get Bray versus Roman at Mania.
No, please, no.
I hope not.
No, we don't need that. No. No! No.
All right.
No!
That did it for the show.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look here for Bray and see if people he's fought.
Do we have any news?
Aside from the Revival?
The Revival.
I don't know. I'll look real quick.
The Revival.
Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's on Raw too. Never mind.
Yeah. I heard Paul
This is what I'm saying, bro.
wants Drew versus Brock to main event, and Vince wants Roman versus Fiend.
Well, too bad.
Too
bad, Vince. Too bad. I honestly don't know.
I don't think it matters who beats him. I mean, personally, I don't think it really matters, because you can make the Fiend look strong even if he loses a match. Matt Hardy hasn't went to AEW yet. No. He has not. He is still in WWE.
I'm looking for any more news. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing anything. Oh, Bianca Belair got a figure, an action figure.
Yes.
So that's cool.
She got a wrestling figure.
I don't think there's anything else. I could see Black beating the Fiend if they didn't mistreat Hardy. He could beat the Fiend. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
Yep.
So.
Is AJ Styles injured?
Yes.
Yes.
He not dislocated, separated his shoulder.
Yes.
Separated his shoulder.
Messed his shoulder up.
He said it was his fault.
Bray Wyatt has no choice but to fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I think he has lots of choices. You can do lots of things with the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Bray Wyatt. Yes. I can see Black beating the Fiend. If they didn't mistreat Hardy, he could be the Fiend. He could beat the Fiend. Yeah, that'd be cool if he beat the Fiend. Just put Brock back on SmackDown. I don't think it would help it. I mean, right now, I don't think it would help SmackDown.
Putting Brock on SmackDown, putting Ronda on SmackDown, none of it's going to help. If they're doing the same crap they're doing now with Roman and Corbin every week, it's not going to help.
Again, they're just not using the
no, then we're going to put in, we might have Ronda Rousey versus Bayley in a loser eats dog food match next. I mean, hey, you never know.
Well, the reason they did the dog food match initially was because it's Roman Reigns and he's the big
I don't give a garbage.
Well, that's why it was done. It wasn't just, some random, let's go this dude. They did it because he's the big dog.
Except, I don't care. It's a dumb idea.
Same brand. No.
Like, it's just...
I would almost bounce the Fiend around. He just shows up everywhere. And put Bray Wyatt on a brand.
I don't know, man. Just not a fan.
No. All right. I think we pretty much covered the show. Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about?
I don't
All right, we will be back. We will be back
Monday.
With Raw.
Yes.
We will be on Tuesday also.
Oh, we're gonna be on every day next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
As we will be doing NWA Power.
Whoa, guys, we're gonna be on all week. Isn't that something?
Yes. So
is there a pay-per-view next weekend?
Huh?
Is there a pay-per-view next weekend? Oh, I should probably pay attention to the site.
Yes.
No, there's no pay-per-view next weekend.
No.
It's the weekend after.
Takeover is February 16th.
It's the weekend after that.
So we will be here Monday. Then we'll be back on Tuesday as we are going to add NWA Power to our shows. Neat. Oh, I just heard of NWA Power. It's pretty good. I like it. And I like what they're doing. They're working with Ring of Honor, and they've had Marty Scurll on.
Marty Scurll and what's his face?
Nick Aldis.
Yeah, that dude. Couldn't think of what his name was.
They have been.
Y'all are like, and you're gonna review that? She doesn't even know who they are.
Yes. Melina is on NWA Power. It's NWA on YouTube. Yes, it is on YouTube. It comes on at It goes on at 6:05 Eastern on Tuesdays. Yes. I believe.
But you can catch it anytime.
Yeah.
Because it's a video.
Well, so. After it's up.
But yeah, after.
Not anytime.
Not anytime, but just after the video goes up. Yeah. You can catch it anytime after the video goes up. You know, it's not like a live thing.
If you like the old school like wrestling and the old school shows,
what's his face?
It is pretty good.
The
I
announcer.
Like it. And they've had
Sean, what's his butt?
Sean Mooney.
Yeah, that dude.
He was on there. He was on there this week. Scott Steiner made a couple appearances.
Mm-hmm.
They've got what's the guy from that was Miz's partner?
Damien Sandow?
Yeah.
Except he has a different name.
Yeah. He is on there. And then you have this guy called Question Mark that wears a mask and nobody knows who he is. He works with
Nick Aldis and Camille and you know, all those cool people.
But it's pretty good. I like it.
Ricky Morton and what's his butt?
Oh yeah, the Rock and Roll Express have been on there. So yeah, man, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's pretty good. I like it. So
if I don't know anybody, I just refer to them as what's their butt.
Yeah.
What's his butt?
So that guy, see you tomorrow for New Japan. We won't be for New Japan.
I will try to catch up on NWA Power.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually pretty interesting.
Yes.
And like I said, I like how they're.
How do you feel about Fast 9, Gleen?
I don't know.
Fast and Furious 9?
I've never watched any of them.
I haven't either.
and I'm gonna get what? You haven't watched any of the Fast and Furious? No, I just haven't been like they didn't really interest me.
That's all I can think of when I hear Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Just didn't really interest me, so I never watched them.
Tomorrow, for anybody who cares, I don't know if anybody cares.
No.
We are watching, what is it called? Fighting with My Family? Finally, for the first time? Yeah, I know. We're kind of a little late to the party. It's been out for about a year now, and we have it on DVD now, and we're finally going to watch it. So. It's
actually on Amazon Prime now.
Well, we're really late to the game.
Sean Spears is back to AEW Dark.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to put different people. I mean, I think you'll see him on there or some. But I think that you will see some of that. And now that they're going to have the second show coming out,
which is probably going to be
you will see more of those guys on there. Hey, thanks, James. Thanks for sharing. All right, we're going to take off. Everybody have a good evening, good night, good weekend. Remember, stay safe. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.